get a better deal used if you know what you're looking for. But you also have to be careful for used bikes too, because you could end up, if you're not sized up right, you end up with stuff like this. And like, I enjoy the cycling, I do. What I don't enjoy is doing it on a bike that's too heavy and too small. And yes, when you're doing this kind of stuff and dropping off into the kind of like soft sand there, heavy bikes really suck in that. you know what I mean? They really do, because you can't get any speed going. And it's cost me time. My time's precious. So I say. There we go. So get it back into the top ring. See, I just get into the middle ring, and then a car starts coming along, and it's like, well, got to start gearing down for him. And they're grading the sides of the road. There, I'm in the big boy ring there now, so we get some speed going. That bike, he's cheating. That one's really easy to pedal. I can see the grader. Oh, it's a log truck. A log truck that's going to put me off the road. So yeah, I was looking at some bikes. Yeah, so I sized my nephew up for a bike, and I found one that would be reasonable for him. It was like $500 though. So I looked for because it had the suspension forks. So I started looking for a bike without the suspension forks, and oh, septic truck. Oh, that was rancid. That was bad. Oh, he got me good. Oh, he got me good. So what ended up happening was we went and looked at the bikes at the Walmart. We went and looked at the bikes at the Canadian Tire. And I found one, like, because I know, like, yeah, when a kid sees like the shocks and stuff like that, oh, they want that because they think that's what they want, right? But I know, unless you're doing downhill or short runs, you don't want a suspension bike. Like, why pedal all that weight for nothing? Like, if most of your riding is going to be on stuff like this, you don't want heavier, you know. The rigid fork is fine for this. Duro. So they had another bike. I think it was either 250 or 150. So maybe for his birthday, I'll see if I can sweet talk my dad into helping me buy it, and my brother we'll all chip in and we'll buy him a bike. And then I can cycle with my nephew. Now I think that would be cool. Even though I don't do it often, it's like, for kids, they love stuff like that, right? For kids, it's not about what you buy them, it's about the time you spent with them. Like, my nephew loves spending time with me with his slingshots, because that's, you know, fun. He does most of the slingshotting. And I showed him the ball bearings. I told him about the ball bearings. And I said, yeah, you know, for the slingshots, so I showed him a pack. I should have picked it up, but I was like, it's like, I really got to watch my money with the, you know, everything going on with me. So, you know, it's like, I can't do impulsive buys, right? You know, even if it's for my nephew or whatever. My nephew never expects things anyway like that. He's pretty humble, which is good. He's a very good kid. He's a very good kid. You know, he doesn't expect anything from anybody. You know, and when you give him a little bit of time and praise, you know, that's the world to him. That's what's important to him. And you can tell too, you can just tell when you do stuff with him, right? So no matter how tired I am when I get home, I always like cool down for, like, I say, okay, I just gotta go cool down really quick, take a shower, then we'll do something. I always go spend time with him because that's what's important. You know what I mean? That is what is important. So, but I'd like to get him more outside than on the video games, right? And if he starts cycling with his uncle, A, he'll enjoy it, B, it's good exercise, right? And it gets him out of that routine of just being stuck on a phone or you know, like you know, video games and all that. That stuff is, I mean, like everything, yeah, we're all kind of addicted to the, I mean, if you're watching this right now, it's probably because you're addicted to freaking YouTube, right? So yeah, I get all that, but you're watching a guy getting a lot of exercise while he's blogging away, you know. What are you doing? You know, you know what I mean? Like, I'm not picking on anybody. I'm just saying, you're watching my adventure, you know, which is fine. I appreciate that. But what I'm saying is, are you doing your adventures too? Like, don't neglect yourself. You know what I mean? Don't neglect your family. You know, talk to them face to face. Go do stuff with them. Like for my nephew and I yesterday, you know, we walked by the Canadian Tire garage that was open. We, you know, took a peek inside, and I said, "Oh, there's the hoist. This is how it works. That's how they lift the vehicles. They're working on this. They're working on that." And the traffic. I can't get any speed on this road because of the traffic, and the shoulder's too small. Right? So the thing is, dog in the convertible just hanging out. He's like, yeah, I'm loving it. Little doggy getting some fresh air. I don't know if you guys saw him on the camera or not. There, ears flapping in the wind, chops flapping in the wind. That was a funky looking Mustang though. It looks like a car I'd drive, so it's pretty funky then. Okay. Yeah, the Bertha is faster than this thing, believe it or not. It's hard to get this thing up to speed, I find. It's slightly lighter, but it's just the gearing is so short because of the mountain bike stuff. Oh. You coming out? Oh no, he's staying there. He's like, too hot to run, buddy. He's like, too hot to run, yeah. I don't blame you. I wouldn't even run after me if I was the dog. I'd be like, I'll let him go. I'll just let him know I'm here. He'd probably end up petting him anyway, so. So anyway, yeah. Buying a bike used. The problem is it's harder for me to actually buy a used bike than it is a new bike. And I'll tell you why. Because a new bike, you know, without my car, you know, I could still order it, you know, online and then have it dropped off to my door. Where a used bike, you actually have to go and pick it up, right? And around here, there's like nobody selling. There's no bike shops or nothing like that. Like, I live in the middle of nowhere. Civilization is, no matter which direction I go, is about an hour away in a vehicle. You know? A couple of small towns, that's it. Like mine, there's, you know, so there's nothing like that. That's why the Batekia doesn't have a back wheel. Like if I was in Ottawa, there's a couple of used cycle shops. They've gotten bigger over the years. And yeah, I used to pick up parts sometimes there. Sometimes I'd drop off parts and make money. You know, not very much. Get 10, you bring them a bag full of parts. Hey, I'm not going to use this, but it's still good. What do you give me for it? 10 bucks. You know what I mean? That kind of thing. And yeah, that's, you know, and the other thing is when you get into expensive bikes, like, it's the same thing with cars and everything, is they're going for sale for a reason. Now, the guy that's selling a really top quality bike because he bought an even higher quality bike because he's competing, that guy's still a gamble, because he could be selling that bike because he crashed it. And if it's a carbon fiber bike, you know, carbon fiber can be badly damaged and you don't know. You know what I mean? And so you really have to find somebody who's like, okay, if I'm paying this much for, and I'm not saying in the ranges that I'd be buying like, you know, sub $100 bikes, you know what I mean? That just happen to be complete and fit me, right? But you got to get some of that's like, hey, look, I want to really check this thing out. We're going to take it, you know, each piece apart. Like, I'll test it, take each piece. Like, I want to see inside the frame and everything, you know. And some people won't do that. They're like, either buy it or shut up. You know what I mean? And that's fine too. Then you just say, okay, no. Oh yeah, by the way, that's the Trans-Canada Trail right there. So I could technically, on this route right here, make it to Ottawa or make it to Maniwaki. And that trail leads to trails that go way across the country in both directions. It's the Trans-Canada Trail. It's the most magnificent trail. It goes through every major city. Even in, like,